Hello everyone, CrystalFissure here, and welcome to a new Spyro to Spring Savanna video. We are looking at a few brief little updates. I'm going to show off them now. This was done by Husbjörn, I believe it's pronounced. I'm absolutely terrible at pronouncing his name. It's like Husbjörn or something like that, yeah. And he's a developer for Spring Savanna. Now, he is showing off some of the awesome new features.
Hey, Spyro. Welcome to Avalar's homeworld of Spring Savanna. You've come just in time. Remember to check your guidebook by pressing the
We've got their Saluri doing the voice of Elora.
Would you like me to take you to a world where you can find a new orb? Okay, come find me if you ever need help finding a world where you haven't got all the orbs.
Basically, what's going on is they're showing off more of the structural sort of stuff in Spring Savanna. They're showing off more of what the game can do under the hood, which is of course very, very important for the immersion of it feeling like an actual video game and not just some fans, working on a new project. For example, being able to use Elora to go to a world. That was something that was prevalent in Spyro 2, and now, of course, it can actually be done in Spring Savanna. So that's very, very important. So when people think that they're not working on things, with fan games, stuff similarly with other fan games, you've got to realize that they actually are. Just a lot of the stuff is all under the hood that you may not see. That's not as aesthetically pleasing from an update perspective. This is obviously a pretty to a lot of people, you're thinking, okay, I've seen basically all this stuff, but things like the guidebook, that's amazing. They've effectively replicated it very, very well. There's a few little nitpicks that I will bring up, which is all's fair in bringing it up, but a lot of it is stuff that I believe will be addressed. One of the things is that the gems sort of don't float 100% right on the actual. You'll notice they don't really float right on the ground as well as they could yet. But again, this is stuff they would already acknowledge. Another thing is that the shadow on the text, and this is actually something that didn't even look all too great in the original Spyro either. There's the shadow is too close to the original color, so it almost looks like it's doubling up. If I were them, and I'm going to be the pretentious guy that says I work in web design, because I do. I would, and graphic design stuff. I would just make that shadow a bit more subtle, a bit less. But that's just me nitpicking. This is good. I mean, don't take this as me being some super harsh, critical, literally unplayable type guy. But it is good to point out in the very unlikely chance that they aren't aware of this. But you're seeing everything else is looking great. The controls are looking good. Everything's looking very, very nice. It's continuing to improve over time, which is something very, very cool to see. Spyro's model is fantastic. We've got the head bash there as well, which I don't think we've seen much of, if at all. The rain is quite subtle at the moment. I think that's probably going to stay. I think that, yeah, for the most part, I think it's actually pretty good. I don't know whether, it'd be so cool if it could actually toggle on and off, depending on the time. For 10 minutes it rains and it stops for 2 minutes or something like that. That'd be amazing. That would be pretty advanced, I guess. It's just cool though. Very, very cool. The other thing I noticed is that they're playing the game in 4:3 resolution. Now, this is going to be, I think, definitely a debate. Because, I stretch the Spyro videos, which is probably, realistically, it's the wrong thing to do. It's just, I'm used to it. It's just what the old people used to do. I would say that I actually prefer it in widescreen, and I think you could still work around it in widescreen. If it's all about the guidebook and immersion, I think, if you're asking me, widescreen should be available, because I think that while this is essentially meant to be in the Spyro 2 style, the original style, I think you shouldn't be afraid to also show off the technological advancements that you have got. For example, this game itself, it still would not be possible without the current technology, because a lot of it is replicating old style things, which you wouldn't have been able to do had this game been produced in the 2000s. Essentially with software you can download online. The gaming industry used to be a lot more closed off, I guess. Indie titles were a lot rarer back then because that was just the way it was. But yeah, overall, fantastic job. Really excited, and I'm really appreciative that we're getting these updates as well. This is great to see. I love seeing updates like this, even if they're small, even if they're you know, not massively, you know, there's like some gigantic new level thing there, but I cannot believe he teased us by entering the next level there. That is an I was getting so excited, then I saw how many minutes left in the video. I'm like, oh, you absolute bath turd. Damn it. But that's alright, we're going to see that. I'm sure we'll see it soonish, maybe in the next few months or so. I know that Rubber Rabbit's working hard on everything, and the rest of the team, but Rubber Rabbit like did a lot of the textures and stuff like that, so yeah, that's why I specifically said him. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the very near future. Goodbye.